Today we're working on stringing lateral lines. We'll show that. We got Larry and Bruce behind Joe and I cutting in drop lines for the season 2021. This wet dry line's 1.5 inches. It goes an 80, so almost 3/4, well, a half mile, almost 3/4 mile long, and we're leasing the neighbors 40. We had to get through this low ground, it's flat, through the swamp, and then we'll get up into a ravine, the valley. Maybe we'll get some video. We call it Death Valley. There's one draw we're gonna get up in and try and get as much taps for this spring season online, and then, well, we're not gonna get all done this year. We'll continue later, but we'll go through, see how the guys are doing. This is a new 1-inch main line put in. We're cutting in right now, just running laterals, keeping them all ready. We'll come in, this week's gonna get warm, and we'll spin seal and hook on. So hopefully we can show you that. So Josh, let's go to work, see what gets done here. This is Larry. Okay, there. This is Joe. Sylvester, he makes syrup over in Princeton, Minnesota. Now we're in God's country. You know that was the shot, Joe, right?
Oh yeah.
His nickname is Sticky Joe. That's his syrup's name. Well, there's rumor why we call him Sticky Joe. It's because of maple syrup. Joe and I are gonna work together as a team. We're one together as a team. We pre-cut. This is a pre-made drop line. Actually, I think we're gonna start there. We're gonna cut in, and I'll run a wrap around. We'll hook. Josh, just follow me. We don't like to zigzag that much, but sometimes it happens. There's 2 trees. And then you yell at Joe, Joe, I need more tube. See, there we go. So it's a bonding experience out in the maple woods. So this will be the end. We hook it, then you yell at your Sticky Joe, good. He'll pull it tight. It'll be ready to tap. We'll be here actually in 2 weeks. Then they can come with their drill, pull the tap off, shoot, fresh tap. We're ready to make some syrup. So then you walk it back, you stretch it. Joe, you want to show them that? Don't say anything now, Joe. That's why we call him Sticky Joe. And make sure you empty your pockets when you leave, Joe. I don't know, it's sticky. So, and it hooks on, hook it on. Stretch it, that's why we put the muscle guy at the end. And we like to square up whatever is 90 degree. We'll come by, we'll cut off a little extra. At least there's enough to spin seal to put into the main line. Now this is on vacuum, you suck in the sap. So we just keep working this main line, keep adding taps. You don't, what is it? Forgot already.
Which one?
We don't leave a maple behind.
Right.
We don't leave a maple behind or untapped, or they all got to get online. Now this is a nice rock. You can't see it now. If you got a good guy on the end of, if you have a really good guy down there, you'll have it tight already. Watch this. Good, Joe. Good, Joe. Rolly? Yeah, we're good. Tighten her up. There's Bruce with the orange hat. He jumps, we lose him in the woods, so we make sure he wears blaze orange. And then Larry, and these guys are cutting in the drop lines on this run. Like right here, they'll come in, cut it in, so there's a tap for this tree to get online. So we do the real hard work, right, Larry? And they get the gravy. No, I'm just kidding. That's probably more tedious. This looks, the untrained eye, this looks like a mess, but this is very well organized. Joe has a necklace and the cutters. Joe, why do you have a necklace on? Why do you explain to everybody? You can't run from the camera,
Whoa.
Joe.
Well, it's these little loops for the spin seal line. So instead of going back to the sled all the time, I carry enough with me and I cut chunks off.
There you go, nice catch. He just wants to look good. He's single, girls. We'll put his number on there. Yeah. Don't be calling me. You call him. All right. Let's...
Right there. Yep. That's the important one.
Yeah. Well, how can you not? This tree. Right? In the woods, you just start talking and rambling while you put your fittings on. Don't worry, there's going to be a blooper take, and you're probably going to be all 100% Dickie Joe on the blooper
I can only
take.
imagine.
So, yeah, the crappie's biting, Joe.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. We'll see.
Shaking
Mind
yet.
a couple more over here and call it a day. Yeah, we got
Two left. But
the other thing is when you got you guys out in the woods helping and they're going to go on a fishing trip tomorrow, yeah, they're kind of thinking about the crappie bite right now and not thinking about maple syrup.
How to hang the lines up.
Yeah,
I'll think about you.
the guy in orange I'm talking about. Sticky. Yeah, where are the crappies biting again?
I don't know.
Huh, he's got that part
I'll
down.
give away the secret.
So where's maple syrup come from, Joe?
From the ground, roots.
In the fall?
Gets energized by the cold weather. That's where a lot of the sugar comes from. Then when it gets cold, it goes up to the canopy in the spring of the year. And when it gets to 45 degrees, like John likes it, whoosh, it comes down. Uh-oh. What'd you lose?
I lost a knife. Did you see a knife?
Did you?
Sitting in my hair?
That's cheaper than that tool you lost this morning.
Oh my. So much for secrets around here.
This is the fittings we'll be cutting in this week on what we just ran. So this main line we can shut off and turn everything on. When we get to this section, this one actually is kind of unique. We had a bunch of trees in this little hump around the corner to get up to the hill. So we just ran a main line in the middle between our wet dry and came off both sides to grab another 50 trees basically. And then we come in. This is our wet line. The sap will be heavy, comes down. We'll drop into our other wet line that goes in and just eventually get to the pump house. The dry line keeps vacuum on it. This one, I like to keep a little bigger loop. The scenario we didn't have it, but this will work just fine for this little short run. This will keep vacuum on, our line. If this did ice up or gets overwhelmed on a big run day, it shouldn't. Should have enough taps, but if it did, we'll make sure we have great vacuum on the main line to try and get to these taps. So anyways, that's what this Spaghetti Junction looks like. This is kind of a transition point of the woods before they come back. So we got a nice fire going. Hot dogs for lunch. So, all right. Yeah. So this will be 2,000 taps new, and then this summer and fall we'll pick away and maybe get another 1,000 or more on it, and we'll have some video tapping it.